like a region. It could be it was for a long time a part of the Hansa League of the North Europe, and it's very important now. One of the influence and impact of Russian decolonization, it could be the safer Arctic region and Baltic region, because if Ingria and such called Kaliningrad region, which is Eastern Prussia, or Krolevets or Amberland, it could be different names for this region, become independent, we won't have the Moscovian Baltic Sea like it was 400 years ago. And probably it will be more safer for Arctic, not only have the independent Sakha, Siberia and Komi in this region, but also Ingria like a part of this Nordic Europe. So how probably Ingria could be mentioned in this process, how Ingria could become a partner for United States, and why, for your experience, people in other world don't recognize that there is Russian Empire not about only Russian people, because in Russia you have two words, Ruskiye and Россияне, but in English you have only one, Russian, and people think that people from Pskov till Khabarovsk and Vladivostok are the same. But we know that this empire was not Russian Empire, it was Romanov Empire, like Ottoman's empire was not Empire of Turkey. And when now you know that people in Istanbul and Ankara, they are Turkish, nobody thinks that people in former colony of Ottoman Empire, like it was, for example, modern Israel or Algeria or North Macedonia or Bulgaria, they are not Ottomans or Turkish people. But everybody, unfortunately, mostly people think that people in Buryatia, Ichkeria, in other regions are Russians, because they were a part of Russian Empire or still a part of Russian Empire. So what your recept, how to change this mindset, and how Ingria could be a part of this process?
Okay, well, I'll try. There's too many questions you raised. Before I start, can I ask my slide to be visible, at least to the audience? And let me start from the disclaimer. I'm Russian American, so I only represent Ingria here because I love that land, and I believe it will be much better independent than as a part of Russia. And I'll try to explain in a few words why. Well, first of all, Ingria, I better call it Ingria, not in Germanlandia.
I have it already.
Good, good, yeah, you can see that. Germanlandia is just too long, and so Ingria, that's the name. So that's the land on the east side of the Baltic Sea, bordering with Estonia on the west, and you can see how great is the geographical location of that land. So to add to that geographical location is the good piece of Baltic Sea coast. It has a population of roughly, well, officially 8 million. 6.5 lives in St. Petersburg and the rest in the land. And the size of, say, Austria. That's the similar size European country to Ingria. It has, as I said, St. Petersburg, which is on the other slide, which is the second largest city in Russian Federation currently. So it can be the thing on its own easily. And a little bit of economy. The GDP, annual GDP per capita in the region is currently $25,000, which is more than in Bulgaria and similar to Poland. So that's what it is. And again, economically, it has two most important ports of Russian Federation through which the export goes. All the oil goes mainly from Primorsk. The new terminal has been built, and so that's the oil flow from the Siberia, where it goes to the whole world. Also in Ust-Luga, that's where the Northern Stream starts. So that's where the gas flows used to flow to Europe. So for the independent Ingria, that will be already a great base to be economically sovereign and powerful. In addition to that, there are great universities, institutions, and so on been built there. It's already there, so people are educated and ready to be part of Europe. So, but where we are, looking into the history, yes, that's right. Peter the Great grabbed this land from Sweden. Ingria was a part of Sweden. It was a province of Kingdom of Sweden, with the capital in Narva, a city which I love.
So we also should make Sweden great again.
Well, with the help of Sweden, I hope, because Swedish people, Finnish people, they understand this land, and I'm hopeful that they will support the independence when the right time comes. Because, on the other hand, we don't have much of nations in the land. Why? Because the Soviet Union and Stalin did a great job in just exterminating Ingria Finns, Vod, Izhora, Veps. These are the now ingenious people of Ingria. We don't have many of them, but we can base the national identity of the whole region on the history of this land, because again, it started as Ingria back in the Middle Ages. Yaroslav the Wise, the great Rus, one of the first monarchs, got married to the Ingigerd, the princess of Sweden, and that is why Ingria is Ingria. That's from where the name came, because in exchange for being happy husband of a Swedish princess, Yaroslav the Wise gave her the land north from Novgorod. So it's a very long history of great independent country. So we just need to understand this and work on this.
Thanks.